And that is Van Diemen's Land with the great Russell Morris. And I've got to say, I'm very lucky and very happy to say I have that very man on the phone with me. Hello, Russell, and welcome to Noosa FM.
Thanks, Therase. Good to be with you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's lovely. Thank you very much for making the time to speak to us today.
Yeah, well, we're working up there soon, which will be fabulous. I've always enjoyed working up at New Monday, and always the markets. I love to go to the market.
Will you get a chance to go to the markets?
And probably, because we're going to drive up. No, we won't. We will, because we'll stay there, and then we'll go to the markets early, and then we'll head back to Southport on the Saturday. Yes, so we will go to the markets, I'd say, because I usually go there and try and buy honey or something, some other little thing. I'm addicted to Australian honey. It's horrible.
Well, no, it's beautiful.
I know.
It's the addiction that's horrible.
I'm always looking for different sort of taste strains and things like that.
Yeah, that's right. And they certainly do differ, don't they, honey?
Yeah.
First of all, I must say, though, congratulations on the Order of Australia contribution to arts and music that you won this year. That's pretty special.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was nice to get it. It's one of those things that... It's a surprise when it comes along, because it's something, the last thing the only thing I'm disappointed in was my mother wasn't alive to see it.
No.
She would have got a bigger thrill than me. So,
right.
Yeah.
Did she pass recently?
No, she's about 8 years ago, so it would have been good for her to see that, yeah.
Yeah, but she would have definitely seen you win plenty of other awards like ARIAs and Hall of Fame sort of thing.
The Hall of Fame things, yeah. She was very delighted. Before she passed away, she saw my album go top 10, so she couldn't believe it. After 30 years of no success in the charts, to see something sell that much, it was really good.
What were you doing in those 30 years?
Still working. I was working, doing the rounds like the monkey on the bike. You get on the bike and you pedal as fast as you can, because if you stop pedaling, you fall over sideways. And I was working with people like... Daryl Cotton and Jimmy Keys, and we were doing a trio, and then I worked with Brian Cadden, do a duo, and then...
I must admit, I wondered what happened to Daryl Cotton, because he was in that Zoot band.
They've both died, unfortunately. Daryl and Jim both died
so
a while
young.
back now. Yeah, well, Daryl, it was a complete surprise. Jimmy had been diagnosed with multiple myeloma, and we knew that it was a fatal disease in most cases. And he didn't survive it. And Daryl was diagnosed with liver cancer, and like 6 weeks later, he was virtually dead. It was horrifying.
Yeah. That's pretty fast, isn't it?
Yeah. So
you hardly get time to get used to it, would you?
No, that's right. And then I worked with Brian as well, and then had the big albums, 3 albums in a row, which all did really well. So that's been fun. And then I left Victoria and moved to Queensland.
Yeah.
And living up here and enjoying it very much.
Well, I'm glad you've got a fair bit of the information of what you've been up to, because when I read about you, Russell Morris, I thought this guy is really hard to summarise, because you've done so much. You've played with so many different musicians, and you've travelled overseas, and you've had hits and I don't know, you've got King of Pop or something. I mean, you've done everything. Yeah,
there's a lot of things in there. It's been a long road littered with lots of things, good and bad. I'm sure some people thought, oh, that was horrible what he did then, but then people warmed to something else, and it's been good. It's been great, because I like to keep people guessing when I'm recording. Like I bring out an album, and a lot of them sync without a trace, but I'd rather be unpredictable than predictable. I like to take people by surprise. I like them to listen to an album and go, God, I didn't expect that. And my other thing that I like to do with recording is I like to make albums that some people are going to hate, because I know, on the other hand, there's going to be at the opposite end of the spectrum people who will love it.
Yeah.
I think if you try to walk a safe line in the middle and make it really polite, I don't think you win any friends. I think you've got to really stick yourself out on a limb.
Take a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you probably... Well, I hadn't heard you do the blues side of things, which I was like, wow, that's Russell Morris. It's amazing. Because I didn't realise, but you've sort of touched on that type of music for a while.
Yeah, well, that's what I started off doing. I started playing the blues, went way back in the 60s, and the band that I had was like a blues, rhythm and blues, Tamla Motown style of band. And then when Ian Meldrum came on the scene, he said, "Oh, you've got to get more."
In walked Molly.
Yeah, in walked Molly. He said, "You've got to be